Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you here for today's video. We're going to be going over a couple of my current favorites, products, TV shows, needlepoint projects, all that good stuff. So let's just get right into things. So let's start off with something that I have been starting quite a few of my mornings with lately, and that is the Califia Farms Maple Waffle Creamer. This is so good. It is delicious. It is an almond milk based creamer. I feel like a lot of their creamers lately have switched to being oat milk. I'm pretty sure that both of the other ones that I currently have in my fridge from them, the pumpkin spice and the caramel apple crumble, I think those are both oat milk flavored. Maybe the pumpkin spice might be a mix. I'm not 100% sure, but this is delicious, and this has been the one I've been reaching for the most of the three, which is shocking because I loved the pumpkin spice one for years. Last year, they introduced the caramel apple crumble, and I became obsessed with that. I was drinking that one a ton, and now this one has been my favorite as of late. So I'm not sure how much longer this is going to be staying around. I don't know if it's going to be a part of their winter release along with the peppermint mocha that they do, which is also delicious. But I would go and check your local grocery store. I found mine at Target to see if they have it because this is quite tasty. Next up, we've got one of my favorite snacks as of late. These are protein bars by the brand Misfits, and I pick these up usually at Whole Foods. This is the peanut butter fudge, and then I've also got one of the caramel fudge, but they also have a brownie one, they have a cookie butter one, and then I think one other one, I'm not 100% sure, but they have a bunch of different flavor options, and these have been my favorite bar as of late. I think I discovered these over the summer at some point, and they are quite good. Really great to just have like a couple always stocked in the pantry. I don't eat them every day, but just so I can always have something if I need to like run out the door and I need a snack, or I know I'm not going to be home and I'm going to be eating a meal a little bit late and I need something to hold me over so I don't go and spend money on something out. I like to just carry these around with me. They did reformulate them since I tried them for the first time, and the reformulation is a lot better. They're a lot softer now, and before they were like a little bit crunchier. The bar, they have these like crunchy bits on them, so the bar is like textured. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging to show you because I don't plan on eating one today, but anyway, they reformulated the bars so they're like a little bit softer, and I think that they are more pleasant to eat now, and I really like them. I do like the caramel fudge and the peanut butter fudge. Those are probably my two favorite flavors, but whatever they have at Whole Foods is usually just what I'll grab, but those are probably my two favorites, and they're really tasty. Next up, we've got two beauty related products. The first is the Vacation Shake Shake SPF 50 Mineral Milk. I absolutely love this. I've sung the praises of Vacation products multiple times on my channel over the years. I really enjoy everything that they make, and I've been using this pretty much every single day since I purchased it, which I think was at the end of May, beginning of June, because I remember bringing it with me on my trip that I went to when I went to Florida in June, and I have just been loving it. It's great. It applies really well on the skin. It's the only thing I have on my face right now. It feels lightweight, it's hydrating, it doesn't stick to any, like if I ever have any like dry spots, like a breakout that's drying out or anything like that, it doesn't ever stick to any of that. It doesn't leave a white cast on my skin, and it's just something I've really been enjoying. I think the key for this is that the texture is like pretty thin compared to other SPF products, and it's just one I've really been enjoying. And I love also that it's like obviously super cute and it's on the tiny side. It's not like a super fussy packaging. Just pop it open, squeeze it out, and it feels great on the skin. Can't say enough good things about it. Next up, we've got a fragrance. This is the Brilliant Peony from Clean Reserve in their H2O collection. So kind of like how the Vacation SPF is a little bit thinner than a regular sunscreen, this is kind of a little bit thicker than a regular perfume because it is a water-based. I think instead of an alcohol-based. I'm not a chemist, so I don't know all the details, but I know that this is a water-based formula, and I just think it's a little bit thicker. That's how it feels anyway, at least when I'm putting it on, compared to a regular perfume. And while this might not be like a typical fall scent because it's still pretty like clean and light and bright, I just love it, and I really enjoy the way this smells. I am looking forward to finishing up this one fragrance I've been trying to go through for a while because I try not to be too wasteful with my products, of course. And I'm looking forward to being able to use this day to day again because I think it smells great. Now that we've talked about fragrance for myself, let's talk about 2 home fragrance products. The first is this Dead Cool Room and Linen Spray in the scent Extra Milk. This has notes of bergamot, white musk, and amber. I absolutely love this. It's super concentrated, so you really don't need a ton of it. I'll spray like 1 or 2 spritzes on our couch or our shower curtain or the bed, even though obviously our couch is not washable, but I do obviously wash our bed linens and stuff very frequently. But it just gives things like a nice little refresh that I feel like even burning a candle can't really like obviously get into like your products. It just kind of like makes the air smell nice. This actually like makes your things smell nice. Like I will sit on the couch and I'll be like, oh, it smells good. It smells like this spray. And like I said, this is really concentrated, so you don't need a ton. This is actually, I think, available in a perfume form as well. I have to look into that, but I had seen people talking about Dead Cool, or not even talking about it, just I knew what the product was visually from seeing it in people's like TikToks and stuff, specifically their laundry detergent, which is available in this can. It kind of looks like an industrial olive oil or something, and because it's quite big. But I had seen people using that for a while. I never knew what it smelled like, and I was always kind of intrigued. And then one day I was in Erewhon, they had this display on an end cap, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna smell these, and I ended up picking it up that day because it smelled so good. And this has just been a great addition to things, and really glad I picked it up because I really like it. Continuing with home fragrance, I've got a candle by the brand The New Savant, and this is in the scent Kimberly. And this is a brand that was started by Ingrid Nilsson, who used to make YouTube videos on here. I used to watch her probably 15 years ago, and then I remember seeing, maybe it was in 2020, 2021-ish, that she was leaving YouTube and she was going to be starting a candle company. I feel like she announced that kind of soon after. And I remember seeing that and being like, very cool, good for her. But I never actually got to smell any of the candles or anything because I knew that she was based in New York. And I feel like a lot of the places that sell the brand are in New York or on the East Coast. So one day randomly, I hadn't thought about the brand in a long time. I was scrolling on my TikTok For You page and a live popped up from The New Savant, and it was Ingrid packing candle orders, and I was like, oh, cool. So I was listening to her talk about the brand and all that good stuff. All that to say, when I was in New York last month, I went to C.O. Bigelow, which is a pharmacy in New York, and they had a little selection of the New Savant candles. And this was the one that had intrigued me the most when I had been looking things up on their website, and I'm so glad I was able to pick it up. This has top notes. I have the website pulled up, so I'm going to be looking over there. This has top notes of rainbow cereal, matcha latte, and candied citrus. Middle is jasmine petals, crisp green grass. Base of white sesame seeds, vanilla milk, and caramel brittle. And you can read on the website, which, like I said, I'll link down below, a whole explainer from Ingrid about how she came up with the concept of this scent and the name and everything like that. And I will say this smells amazing. It's such like a layered and unique scent. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet, and it's just great. I just absolutely love it. It has a very intense scent throw, which I was very pleased with, but I was kind of shocked because I lit this the first time and I had it sitting over here and I was in my bedroom and stuff, and I was like, wow, I can really smell, like, it's very intense. And it's really great, and I just love it. I think that they actually just came out with another candle that I might want to order online, and it said it scented like a cookie butter latte, and that sounds so good. I might need to order that one, but this is great. Absolutely love it. And also, this is me burning it like 3 times, and it's like barely gone down. It's obviously all the way out to the sides, but it's barely gone down whatsoever, and it smells great. Absolutely love this. If you've watched pretty much any of my videos for the last few months, you've probably heard me talking about needle pointing at least once or twice, so I had to give a project that I'm currently working on a shout out, and I figured for future videos I would give a little mention to a project, like I said, I'm currently working on, or something I recently finished up that I enjoyed. So this one felt the most topical and appropriate to talk about. This is a little vote canvas, and it's a super tiny little 2x2 square by Island House Needlepoint and Thorn Alexander, and I'm going to finish it into a little magnet that I can wear. I would say when I'm going to the polls, but I do get a mail-in ballot, so when I will wear this when I go drop off my mail-in ballot this year, and when I'm working on vote postcards, which is something I have been doing for the past few weeks as well, so I guess that kind of counts as a favorite, but mostly wanted to talk about this. This design in particular, a portion of the proceeds were donated to the National Women's Law Center, but there are a couple of different designs. You can take a look on the website. Like I said, I'll link it down below, and I'm super close to finishing it. I'm going to try to self-finish it, which feels a little intimidating. There are a couple of tools and stuff that I need to purchase to be able to do that, but I am really liking it, and it's super cute. I just have a little bit left I need to do. You can probably see the pink right here, and then I just need to fill in the letters and do those little dots, and we'll be all done with this. I feel like I typically include a podcast recommendation in these videos, but there really hasn't been anything new that I've discovered lately that I've been listening to. I've just been listening to a lot of the same podcasts I've been listening to for a while, so not anything new on that front, but I wanted to give a little shout out to The Perfect Couple on Netflix. It's a 6-episode little mini series, and it was so good. It is based on an Ellen Hildebrand book, which I have never read any of her books before, but now I might be tempted to because it was such a good show. And typically I will be needle pointing when I'm watching shows because it's a nice way for me to be distracted from being on my phone, because I feel like I have a tendency of going on my phone when I'm watching things and I don't want to be double screening. So needle pointing has been a great thing for that. But when I was watching The Perfect Couple, I couldn't even stitch because I was so focused on what was happening on the show because it was so good. So if you haven't already watched that, would highly recommend. And I think that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, please do so down there as well. And I'll see you in my next video again really soon. Bye.